This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning, Natalie. Hi, Ross.
What should we do right now?
We should talk about what's in our podcast.
Oh, no,
No.
we need to say a word
Shaun,
first. The
seriously.
barley word. To win
Flyway Friday, Sean.
Shaun.
It's a code word. What is it?
It is
We've said it every day this week.
It's nasi goreng.
I'm just testing
Wow.
you guys. I go to Bali every second day.
Yeah.
All right,
You
that,
forgot that you went last week.
Yeah, I did.
that word could win you the barley trip on Friday with
Today,
Flyway Fridays.
Ross has got another poo-related story for us.
Have.
Front
You're all
page of
about
the
it,
paper.
Ross.
I mean,
You
the
are
southern
the poo
suburbs
expert.
of Perth got nailed with sewerage. And yeah, we're going to talk about it.
So we talk about burst pipes.
It is starting to shit us though, Ross.
Hey,
One to me.
Oh, Sean, so
Oh, that
funny.
was good.
So
Hey, we
clever.
started the morning off and I told you a heartfelt story about why I didn't sleep last night. Our boss is in the room at the moment. He thought that was a ripper.
Yeah, we asked for people to call, and the grand total of zero.
Zero
people
out of
called.
10.
What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, when you heard that,
think
Dave.
it was great. But
We've already said it's in the podcast, so we have to put it in now.
Yeah.
No gardening
We
that
never
one.
said this was a podcast of highlights. It's just
No,
a
no,
podcast.
it's just a podcast.
Plus, we talk about when something small causes a big problem. It's inspired by an umbrella, but we got a lot of finger-related stories.
One was to do with a fish. Anyway, that was funny at the time. Jordan Clark joins
Was
us
it?
from the Fremantle Dockers.
And so
There's a
does
link somewhere.
Matthew
I don't know.
Pavlich. Are you going to make a fish fingers joke?
Something like that.
This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun. On Nova. 937. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's 6:03. Nathan Nat and Shaun Ross is here.
Morning.
Hello, Ross.
It's Wednesday, and Ross just said, quite loudly, "This place ruins you."
Why? Why does this place ruin you? I agreed with you, by the way.
It darkens your mind to inappropriate things. So, like, you'll say something normal, but because I'm in here, we'll interpret it way worse because I know you two think like that. Well, yeah.
Yeah. No,
can I
I'm
just say
backing
in my
myself in.
defence, I came into this job never thinking like that.
Yeah.
So I blame Natalie.
Yeah.
And I'd certainly blame Nathan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what's your excuse?
That's how she's built.
I grew up on a farm. I don't know. I got nothing.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
A little grumpy this morning when I got up. I didn't sleep well last night. I've got a problem with my neck, and it's been ongoing for about,
Yeah.
I don't know, 15 years at the
So
moment.
this is old football stuff,
Old
essentially.
footy
Yeah.
stuff. And you know actually what it was from that, when I first started working here and I was working at the Dockers, Mark Harvey used to love me going into the gym and taking one of the young guys.
Yeah.
And I remember this guy, he was doing some really light weights and it was shoulder presses.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was like, mate, are you serious? So I just
You've got
loaded
to
up.
go hard, mate.
Yeah.
And you showed you led by example. And
Led
now
by example.
And now you can't feel your arm.
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
15
I
years
remember
later.
the moment when I put it above my head and this sharp pain just went, "Whoa," and then I said, I'll be back in a second. And I walked off.
Went out the back to cry for a bit.
I did.
And so
Oh, sure.
that was the source of what you still hold pain today for.
Yeah, so every 5 years I go off and have like the day surgery stuff where they give you these injections and whatnot.
So you've blown out a disc in your neck is what's happened. Yeah.
And anyway, that's been really bad lately, so it's been really difficult to sleep. But the main thing that kept me up last night is I was doing a few different exercises at the gym yesterday, and it was all to do with the glutes. And I've got problems with my
clamshells.
glutes anyway. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Fire hydrants, you know what I mean?
Clamshells are a big Pilates move. Yeah.
But started doing some new stuff yesterday, and my ass.
Now your butt's really sore.
Killing
What
me.
happened there?
I don't know. It was like these mad pulses going off all night long, and it was like a sciatic nerve thing happening. So then, I'll put the big
Never
pillow.
say pulses again, please.
I put the pillow between my legs.
What the pregnant women do, so
Yeah,
they can
yeah.
sleep more easily.
Yeah, and it wasn't working. So then I had to kind of switch over, and I was going back and forth all night. And
Yeah.
I don't know, Megan wanted to kill me, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I had to lay on my back. But every time I laid on my back, if I fell asleep, I started
snore.
snoring.
So
I was
then
an
the
absolute
pillow was over
stitch
your
up.
face.
Oh, yeah. She would love to kill me. I'm worth so much.
Yeah.
To her, yeah.
to
Don't tell her that.
Yeah. Or no, she knows it. Yeah.
Your
she's seen the
shoulder,
numbers.
your bottom, and also your snoring as well.
Yeah, but the problem, I'm kind of half used to my shoulder over the last 2 weeks in particular. It's been going mental. But
But
the
you
fact
tried
is,
something new.
Trying something new at the gym.
Yeah.
You been there before?
I know.
Yeah, I when I was younger and more enthusiastic, I tried the kettlebell. So you're leaning over on a bench and you're leant over and you get the kettlebells and you pull your back up. So
You're
it's
like rear fly, kind of back
Yes.
fly.
yeah,
things,
exactly. But I got to
Look at us, Jim Talker.
yeah.
Gym talk.
We're so fit, everyone.
I did the weights too heavy and something went in my back. And it, like instant really bad pain. And to this day, I have a bulging disc as well because of that. And yesterday, I stood for 2 hours and it's
So just standing up,
Standing
not
up.
exercising, just standing. Yeah.
ruins me just because I tried that once. How good's the body?
How good's exercise?
Yes.
the thing that gets me.
Hey, try
is,
this, Nat. Yeah, sure.
What am I? A Bulgarian split squat.
Oh, then
I don't do them often enough because I hate them so much, so I
Yes,
will avoid them with a passion. So that's where you're kind of essentially doing a lunge, but your back foot is kind
It's
of
up on the bench.
elevated. And I don't know why I can never go to Bulgaria as a result because it has really tainted the entire country. Why would they do that to me? Because the next day when I go to the toilet for the first time in the morning, and then you're like, I can't.
ruins you.
I can't lower myself down onto the toilet, and also I can't get back up again.
Yeah.
And that's not great. Because going to the toilet in the morning is just a basic ablution. Like, it shouldn't be painful.
Yeah.
And I blame the country of Bulgaria for that.
You have to fall down onto the toilet.
Yes.
You just it's a controlled fall because Bulgarian squats.
You have to let gravity do most of the work.
Yeah, that's it.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Stuff of nightmares for me last night.
Go on.
And the nightmare being, do you ever have these nightmares where it's in your dream, you wake up and something's happened and you either haven't done something, you're late for something, you've forgotten something.
Yep.
Last night I forgot something. So it was bedtime,
Yep.
which for me, I go to bed quite late considering how early I get up. So it was 9:30.
Yeah, that's not for me.
Yeah.
And that was the moment when I remembered that I had not written my column that goes in the STM every week. And it's due, now.
ASAP Rocky.
Yeah. So, there's no margin for error. So I couldn't not do it. I couldn't because they go to print
Oh,
today.
no.
Because it's a colour magazine in the Sunday Times.
So your deadline is Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah,
So
how do you
it's
let-
9:30.
You should have been planning it from Wednesday the week before.
Oh, Ross, I knew that this would get you going because you're not somebody that works this way.
You fly on the seat of your pants.
I'm very deadline oriented in that I leave everything to the last minute. But also then the problem is that if you forget it,
Yeah.
there's no cushion. So there I was last night, 10:30, typing
you?
away. Type. I'm not saying it's my finest work, but I got it done.
Where did you get inspiration? Because I know last week you used producer Amy as inspiration.
So I got inspiration. There were a couple of stories floating around where it was people talking about the things that you shouldn't do with your dog. So Dr. Chris Brown came out and said, don't throw a tennis ball for your dog.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Yeah.
I didn't read the rest of it because I thought, of course you do.
Why not?
No, because one, it's bad for their joints. So dogs that chase balls get arthritis earlier. But also, didn't know this, tennis balls, the actual fuzziness on the tennis ball wears away their teeth.
What are you meant to throw instead?
Nothing.
Well, what's the dog going to do?
Just walk with you.
Nah.
Mate,
Sniff things.
You can't get
Sniff
a Kelpie
another
then.
dog's butt. Don't get a Kelpie. They're meant to round up sheep.
Yeah, I know, but everyone throws balls at them because that keeps them active.
It's like
That's why you shouldn't have farm dogs in the city.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Because
I
it's the city.
digress. I got it done because I'm a hero.
So you went from being in bed to getting out the
I
laptop.
wasn't quite in bed, so it was just like, just ready to finish up for the night, about to go and brush my teeth. Oh, no.
I don't know how you live like this. You only got yourself to blame. You
I
should
know.
have done it
Like,
days
what
ago.
if I hadn't remembered? I would have been up this morning. I'd be doing it now.
No, that's
Forward to this
horrifying.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not ideal, Shaun.
No. God.
And I talked about it with somebody earlier that day saying, I've got this afternoon, that's what I've got to do.
You should
Completely forgot.
no alarm, no note in your diary. You rely on yourself?
Yeah.
Nah.
Ross, I told you you'd be horrified.
I have
didn't
alarms, reminders.
For everything.
You got this in 6 months, make sure it's done. I don't know how
Well,
you
could
live.
you put one in your
That's
phone
right.
to remind me for next week, please?
Ross,
That'd be
you know what they
terrific.
say about preparation?
Prevents piss poor performance.
No,
Killed the cat.
I don't get that. It makes no sense.
We'll explain it to you now.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Get ready to strut your stuff because it's time to play Fashion Week. Nathan, Nat and Shaun are serving winter style with purpose. Yup, they got it at Vinnie's. Find your local store. Just search Got It at Vinnie's.
Okay, so all week long, we're hitting up Vinnie's to put together an outfit for a very specific occasion. And this gives you the chance to score $1,000 plus a $500 Vinnie voucher.
Now, if you jump on our socials, you'll be able to see an absolute...
It's terrible. I just put it up and
Wow.
it's hard for me to look at.
So the occasion on this occasion was you needed a festival outfit to fit in with young people.
Yeah,
Ross.
and so it's on me.
Talk
and
us through it.
So there's a pineapple hat. It's like a Hawaiian-themed pineapple hat. There's like real fun boardy shorts.
Oh, they're fun, yeah. They're heaps of fun.
Yeah, ignore the shoes. There's like a denim shirt, but it's open with collar, and underneath is like a surf t-shirt. And it's, as I said, it's very hard for me to.
So when you say pineapple hat, it's a very brightly coloured visor.
Yeah. And I look like I'm 8 years old.
Well, you're trying to fit in with young people.
Yeah, but that's like...
And you're trying to fit in, but everyone else around you is going, he's trying to fit in. Look at him.
I wouldn't be let in the festival because they want to see my ID there. Anyway, if you can guess how much it's worth exactly, first one to get it, you're going to win $1,000 plus $500 Vinnie's voucher as mentioned.
Wow, that's an awesome prize.
It is a great prize.
So jump on the socials to give you a better idea.
Yeah, have a look at it. It's something to behold. The shoes really do cap it off, but that's not included.
my shoes.
The shoes aren't included. Yeah, they're not the right shoe selection for that outfit.
Not at all.
There.
Nah,
Nothing's right about that photo.
Sarah is in Wattle Grove. She's going to kick us off. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning.
Sarah.
Hello, Sarah, have you had a look at this photo?
I can't find it. I'm looking frantically on social.
It's on Nathan and... No, actually, don't worry about it.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun Insta page and go to the stories.
Insta. I don't have Insta. I'm a Luddite.
What a shame.
It's about to go
Sarah,
viral. It's
bless
about to go
you.
viral.
All right, well, you can just have a crack at it then. Just give us a number. How much do you think we paid for this outfit at Vinnie's?
$12.
It's more than $12. Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah.
Rachel, our Karatha correspondent, good morning.
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 Rachel, how are the streets?
Quiet as usual.
Standard. All right, Rach, have you had a look at the photo of Ross?
I couldn't find it either, but then I just heard where it was located. So
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so have a crack then. We know it's more than $12.
68.
It's
68.
less than 68.
Well,
That's
if you're wearing a different pineapple hat, it'd been 69. Hey.
Matt's in Karrinyup. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, team. How you going?
Good,
Excellent,
buddy.
Matthew.
It's more than 12 and less than 68. What's your guess?
I reckon it's 61.
$61 it is not.
It's less than $61. Thanks, Matt. Danielle is in Hillary's. Hello.
Morning, guys. How you going?
Good, Danielle.
Danielle, have you had a crack at the photo?
I have. You're looking good, Ross.
Oh,
Reminds me of good vibes back
Okay,
in the
so
day.
Danielle's a liar. Okay. More than 12, less than 61, Danielle.
I'm going to go $34.
It
It's
is
higher.
more than 34.
Thanks, Danielle.
All
Good
right.
effort.
Dave's in Maylands. Morning, Dave-O.
Hey, Dave.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
Awesome,
Good,
Dave.
buddy. So more than 34, less than 61. What do you reckon?
I'd say 57.
It is less than 57. We're narrowing it down, though.
Okay.
All right.
Keep calling as well, 13 24 10.
Olivia's on the blog. Good morning, Olivia.
Good morning.
Hey, Olivia, you know we've got $1,000 plus $500 to spend at Vinnie's. This is a really great
Cracking prize. So we know it's more than $34 and it's less than 57. What's your guess?
I'm going to go 54.
It's less than 54, Liv.
Olivia.
Okay.
Sorry, mate. Mandy, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Manny.
Are you in Wongan Hills as we speak?
I am.
Oh,
As we
awesome.
speak.
What are you doing out there?
Oh, I've got a mechanical workshop.
Oh, nice
Nice.
work. All right.
Unreal.
Yeah. All right. We know this outfit that Ross is sporting is less than $54 and more than $34. What do you reckon?
I'm going $42.
$42. Ross!
It is
$42?
Less than $42.
No need to panic, mate.
I thought I got it wrong there, Shaun.
Sarah's in Quinns. Morning, Sarah.
Good morning, guys.
Sarah!
It's more than 34 and less than 42. Sarah, what do you reckon?
I'm going to go 39.
It's less Less than 39.
Close.
We're getting close. Zoe's in Bull Creek. Good morning, Zoe.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Zoe, have you seen the photo? I know you heard people's guesses previously, but have you seen the photo?
I have seen it. It's
Interesting?
If you saw that outfit at a festival, what would be your first thought?
undercover narc. I thought.
It's giving narc.
But a friendly undercover nut.
Yeah.
So this outfit from Vinnie's costs somewhere between $34 and $39. Zoe, what do you reckon?
Let's go for 37.
Oh,
Zoe, it's more than 37. That opens it right up for Alicia from Armidale. Good morning, Leash.
Morning.
Morning.
Great time to swoop in. We know it's
It was.
more than $37 and less than $39. Alicia, how much is this outfit from Vinnie's?
38.
How did you get that?
Well done.
Alicia, you've gone and done it. You've won $1,000. $1,000 plus a $500 Vinnie's voucher as well.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Great job,
What
Alicia.
a great job.
About timing.
And that outfit will be available at Vinnie's shortly once Ross gives it back. So,
Absolutely, you
Yeah.
do can be
I mean,
an
he's obviously going to wear it this weekend, but
Got any drugs?
What festival are you off to now?
Oh, all of them. I don't even know what festivals are on. It's not
so
a great
hip
one.
to the kids. Alicia's a winner. We love winners. We're going to have another outfit tomorrow.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
So there was a big power outage in the Great Southern yesterday.
Oh, no.
2,900 homes between Denmark and Albany were left without power.
There's a lot of good wineries and restaurants down there. We hope
a great
their
point.
stuff is good to go still.
Asparagus farms at Torbay, everything, you know.
Wine burners.
Lime Burners Distillery. We've got a lot of concerns, obviously. They know the cause, though.
All right, what is it?
The cause of this power outage, 2,900 homes, remember? An umbrella got caught in the power lines during gusty conditions.
How was Mary Poppins?
Sean, you say that. Almost every comment on the story on Facebook was Mary Poppins. Has anybody checked on Mary Poppins? Oh, my God, what about poor Mary Poppins? And then somebody said she's Mary Popcorn now. So well done.
One umbrella took out all...
One umbrella took out nearly 3,000 homes.
That doesn't sound right. But one little thing like that could...
I know, right?
And like, even if they did, so they would have known it, right? So you wouldn't want to be like, oh, we know. But you just say technical difficulties.
Yes, that's
you don't want
right.
to say as like the electricity company.
Yes.
Yeah, it was an umbrella.
But it's also the person who was walking down the street with that umbrella.
Wow. It was very gusty, apparently, and naturally,
Yeah,
obviously.
Had to be.
Yeah.
It's the umbrella.
I know.
And what kind of umbrella was it? Was it like a Titleist one that you see at the golf course, those real big ones?
Bunnings
yeah.
one, or
Bunnings
was it a
one?
little ladies fold away so that you can put
That's
it in your
right, put it in your
handbag?
handbag.
And you can't be angry at an umbrella, right? As long as you don't know who had it. Like, oh, it's an umbrella.
It's probably the person that's standing down there going, oh, no, and getting wet.
Yeah.
That person.
Yeah,
It's
that-
probably that person. I don't know what to guess.
Gee, that's a lot of damage.
I know, isn't it?
I didn't think...
One umbrella could do that much
No,
damage.
it's an umbrella.
Yeah, I know. You just take an umbrella for granted. All it does is keep one person dry. That's it. That's all an umbrella does. You don't think it's got an evil side that it
No,
can take out the power of nearly 3,000 homes.
That's a fair effort. That's a great effort, actually.
Yeah. Look, we want to know, has something quite small caused big problems?
Absolutely.
Could be...
Thanks
just
for
trying to
expanding
think.
upon that, Sean.
Yeah, I was going to get in there and I thought, you know what? I've got nothing to add.
Because everything you know is big.
if you do...
Hello, Liz.
Hiya.
All right, Liz, what happened?
I used to be a fish filleter, and I was scaling a brim.
Yeah.
And I've got a little bit of one of its spine bones stuck in my thumb joint,
Yeah.
and it hurt. But I thought I'll leave it for a bit,
Yeah.
and it started to throb. So after my shift, I went to the GP, and they were like, "Oh, I'm not touching that. You need to go to emergency." So I did.
Really? Boat.
Yeah, and then they went, "Yeah, we're not touching that either.
What?
You
Why?
need to wait till the morning for a microsurgeon because it was stuck in your joint."
Far out.
Oh.
Did it go in
So I
deep?
so I ended up in Fremantle Hospital for 4 days on an antibiotic drip and all sorts of stuff. And I used to have the most beautiful handwriting because back in my days they cared about handwriting.
Yeah, they did.
And now I write with chicken scratch like a doctor
Yes.
because my thumb doesn't work properly.
Wow,
Unbelievable
so it also
from that.
impacted the way you use your thumb. So you lost mobility in your thumb joint as well.
Yep.
From
Now,
one tiny little
sometimes
kind of...
I can't read my writing.
Liz, that's amazing. Hey, can I ask you about the fish filleting? That sounds like a super boring job. Was that one of those early things that... Because you got to do lots, I'd imagine.
Probably the worst was when I had to do one of those massive ton lugs of mackerel. That was a bit of a pain.
It's such a skill
And
to be able to
also-
fillet a fish.
You can smell fish.
Yes.
You smell like
you
fish
have to shower
forever.
as soon as you get home.
Yeah.
You walk through the bathroom and laundry, shower, wash your hair and everything.
Yes.
You cannot go out after work.
No, because cats
Yeah.
follow you around. Yeah.
What's the other thing? You know, Liz? Yeah, the one that smells like a fish.
Yeah,
I know
that's
Liz.
the one. Yeah.
It's obvious.
Oh, good on you, Liz. Thank you. Hayden is in Hilbert. Good morning, Hayden.
Morning, team. How are we?
All right, we're talking about something small causing a big problem. What do you got for us, Hayden?
Yeah, so about 12 months ago now, I had a bit of an accident where I broke the very tip bones of my middle and ring fingers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to ask how.
Well, I'll say it was a workplace accident.
Yeah, it
That's
was.
as far as I'll go.
Yeah, that's it.
It was a scenario where, don't put your hand where you wouldn't put your,
Gotcha.
and I didn't adhere to that.
Yep.
So basically, ended up getting two little steel rods put in the tips of my fingers. Was off work for about 8 weeks. And then, to this day, there's probably a little issue with it now, but yeah, just a real lengthy process for such a small bone to heal properly.
Did you have the wires sticking out of your finger after they did that?
No, I got told that was happening, but then the doctor said that they obviously insert them, then they actually chop them off, and then over time the skin actually grows over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Over
it-
the metal.
So traumatic, isn't it?
So then after that, once they're all happy with the healing, they actually cut you open again and actually just get a bit of numb your hand and then grab a set of pliers and then yank
Rip
it
them
out.
out again.
Oh. Hayden, was there any advantage to having metal fingers?
Not really.
Magnets stick to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't. A couple of times I would sort of, knock the tip of my finger and bring a tear to my eye. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
It's another finger story.
Yeah.
Tiny.
Yeah, the finger stories are coming hard and fast, aren't they? Thanks, Hayden. Andrew's in Wellard. Hi, Andrea.
Hello, how are you?
Do you have a story
Andrea.
about your finger too, Andrea?
I had mine quite as bad, but still, it was a small thing like a cardboard cut.
A cardboard
cardboard
cut.
cut.
So that's more hardcore than a paper cut, obviously.
Well, slightly. I build displays. I got a cardboard cut on my thumb, just on the joint.
Yeah.
And didn't think it. Put a Band-Aid on it. Didn't think anything of it. 2 days later, it's like, oh, that's really sore. Pulled the Band-Aid off, and it was a absolute mess. Full of pus.
Oh.
It was throbbing, and I thought, oh, yeah, that does not look good. So did what everyone does, got a needle and put it in the mill and all the pus
That's
came
not
out.
what everyone does.
Self-surgery.
Andrea, what are you doing?
yeah, so it's got it all out. Well, that is infection stuff, so you get rid of it.
And I thought, this will fix the problem, put a Band-Aid on it, and no, it didn't.
No.
It was just,
And then
So
you're starting
I
to
did
risk
end up-
septic arthritis, by the way. Yes.
Exactly, and I thought, oh, maybe I need to go to the GP on this one. So I did, got some antibiotics, but this was 2 weeks ago, and it still hasn't cleared up.
No.
It's just, take a while. So probably not quite as bad as the lady with the fish gutting, it's sure
But still,
was
yours
sore.
was from a cardboard cut. That's so
I know.
embarrassing.
I know. It's ridiculous.
Oh, you got to be careful, everybody.
Andrea,
I
thank-
love that we asked for small things causing big problems, inspired by an umbrella wiping out power, and we got 3 finger injuries.
And you also told us the story, so that's 4
Oh,
in a
yeah,
row.
that's true.
Yeah,
Nice.
2 with thumbs. I don't know if that counts.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Time to cross to our poo specialist, Ross Woolman.
Okay, I was looking at it's front page of the paper. So
Yes, it is. It is.
And I was looking into this yesterday, and then halfway through it, I realised, it's a poo-related story. But the sewerage pipe burst. This happened Friday morning, Hamilton Hill in Spearwood, which was a problem. All right, so it went down a couple of streets. It went into a house. However, when they went to fix it, they made it worse. The second burst happened in Beaconsfield. Now, there's a lot has gone wrong since this moment.
So we're talking raw sewage, just like in puddles in the
properly
street.
raw, Nat. Like you can see things that people have eaten the night before.
Yeah.
That's how raw
And
it
there's a bakery that has to put up with this as it's like drifting past, and no one wants to go into their bakery anymore.
Oh,
and their
come
takings
on.
are down like 30%.
I got that. The Coogee
course they
business
are.
owner, he said, we're missing out on passing trade because no one wants to eat when they can smell sewage.
No one's going to buy a sausage roll, are they?
When there's passing poo,
That's
it's
it.
really putting them off.
There's some Spearwood residents that don't want their kids to play outside because the smell is unbearable. They've had
It's
to
now
shut
Spewwood. It's terrible.
Well done. Doors and windows have had to close. There's a soccer field which is at Bruce Lee Reserve. I've got the pictures here. It is flooded with sewerage.
That's also a really popular spot to exercise your dog. Lots of people exercise at Bruce Lee Oval. It's like, well, somebody hasn't been picking up their poo.
Yeah, not
and
to
a lot
mention
of it.
sweeping the leg. Everybody goes there for that.
It's
Bruce Lee Oval.
quite extensive, and the Water Corp says it hopefully will be fixed in a couple of days.
Well, it's going into the river at Applecross at Alfred Cove. It's like, so that's really backed up if that's the case.
The fish are loving it.
This is bad.
The smell's going everywhere down there, so we feel for the what do you call
Do
it?
we know if some of the that house is it getting compensated? You know when it.
Yeah, I mean,
Surely.
Sewage
that's an
going there.
insurance claim that you would have to fill in a form for. We go, my house filled with poo.
I know.
No, that's a bad
But it's
day.
not
The
yours.
business has gone down 30%. The
Yeah, I know,
bakery now.
right?
Yeah, how do you
Take that
explain
up
that?
with
Water Corp?
It's just Water Corp.
Yeah.
State government owned
Yeah.
joint.
I would think so.
But
You'd be filling out that form too.
burst pipe. Look at
I
it.
know.
A burst pipe did all that. I think 2 burst pipes, but that's a lot of.
Well, there's one burst pipe, and then the second one burst because they were fixing the first burst pipe.
Yeah, which is that's not fun, is it? We fixed it. Uh-oh.
I know. I know somebody who got back from holidays. They live in East Fremantle as well. I know them from the dog park. Got back from holidays to discover that a pipe had burst in their wall while they were away, and so everything. So they literally open the door, and there's just water, just a layer of water throughout the entire house. The entire house. And that means things like, and it had been sitting there probably, they think, for maybe 3 or 4 days. And so that means that, so all the floors have to be redone. The plaster has to be redone. So, because there was damage to the plaster for 2 inches.
Yep.
Around every room in the house.
If you got carpet, that's cooked. Have you got anything on the floor?
Everything.
Yeah, that's gone.
right.
It's
Your
all
couch,
gone.
Everything.
Yeah.
Burst pipes.
It all has to be
Yeah.
replaced.
So it doesn't have to be sewage if you've got a story
No,
for us.
that wasn't sewage.
Well,
that was just water
those
that
ones
was
are
bad
classics,
enough.
aren't they?
Have you burst your pipes?
Okay. Oh, we're taking appendix. Sorry.
Sure, why not? If you've burst a pipe, we want to hear about it. Brit's in Mandurah. Hello.
Hello, how are we?
Wonderful,
Great,
Brit.
Brit. What happened when you burst your pipes?
Well, I was living in Tasmania at the time, and it's very rainy over that way.
Yeah.
And I'd woken up at 3 o'clock thinking that there was this massive storm to walk out to my hallway where my toilet had actually exploded.
Oh, wow.
What had you been doing to your toilet that it gave up?
Thankfully, it was all the clean water, but I just panicked and turned the water off and just called my dad. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, so the porcelain had been damaged, let alone the pipes underneath.
Yeah, it was literally like an indoor water fountain.
What
Wow.
was the damage?
New toilet, new pipe.
Yeah.
That's not great, but not terrible
Not great.
either.
Yeah.
Well, clean water's always a good start.
Yeah.
Yes,
much
it is.
better.
Yeah, it's much better than the alternative. But, it's the
But when
good
you get up
people
at
at Spear
night,
would
though,
know.
and those things happen.
You don't want to have to deal with that.
No.
You just want to sleep, you know? Oh, thanks, Brit. Let's go to Heather in Callista. Hello.
Hi, how you going?
Great, Heather. Did you burst a pipe? What happened?
I had just moved into a new house, been there about a week, had an electrician out installing a TV point in my son's bedroom, and he drilled into the wall and burst a water pipe. Just heard the F word, went running down, and there's just water gushing straight out into the bedroom, onto the furniture, onto the bed, onto the carpet, and he's just standing there looking at it.
Any danger of doing something?
Turn the water off. And he's like, where's the water meter? So I sent him out to turn the water off. And then he comes back in and he says, I suppose you're going to hold me responsible.
Well, yeah, you're holding the drill, buddy. What are you talking about?
And that's all he could say was, I suppose you're going to hold me responsible.
Yeah.
Is there not? I don't know. I've never drilled into many walls, but there's something you can use to check if there's a pipe behind it, right?
I believe so. I'm not that person, though.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm looking at you for
I know.
information.
Hey, Heather, did that take a while to be able to...
He hadn't done that, and and then he's like, I suppose you're going to hold me responsible.
Yes, I am.
new carpet, new furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is that all on you where you have to fill out an insurance claim, or how does that go about?
No, I had to ring my insurance people, fill out a claim, and then I had to write a letter to his business
Yes.
saying I wanted to make him responsible. Yeah, it was just a nightmare. And it took ages. Like, they had to put fans in to try and dry the carpet because his insurance company didn't want to replace it.
Yeah.
And then they had to eventually replace it. We had to find receipts for all the furniture, and it was just a nightmare.
Yeah, a lot of effort.
That is
Yeah, that's terrible.
horrendous. Thanks, Heather. Hello, Kath.
Hi, how are you?
Okay. Did your pipes burst? What happened?
Yes, my partner and I went out to a friend's house about 25 years ago, and his sister was left at our house at the time, and she thought somebody was knocking at the door. She opened the door and was flooded by water. The water mains out the front burst.
Yeah.
And it was actually water that was lapping against the door.
Knocking on the door.
The water's literally knocking on the door.
So it came into the house, flooded it just underneath, knee deep.
Knee deep? That's a lot.
The only way we could get it out of the property was to smash the asbestos fence to let it go into the V drain out the back of the property. So it was pretty a long night.
Kath, that sounds horrendous.
They do say water down asbestos, but the fact you had to do that, that just adds another layer of intensity to it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we had to have the kickboards replaced in the kitchen, and then they just lifted the carpet and dried it and put it back down.
Just
Oh,
lifted
really?
it.
Is that all they did?
Just lift
She
it
got
up.
the hairdryer onto it, and then it came good.
The big industrial dryers, you know?
No.
Wild. It's just a hassle you can do without, isn't it? It's like I haven't done anything to deserve this. That's just harsh.
Particularly when you just go to answer the door.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Somebody knocking on. Never answer the door when you're home alone. You know what I mean? Because only bad things happen. Thank you, Kath. It's Samantha. Hello.
Hello, how you going?
Good,
Great,
Sam.
Sam. What happened?
Well, my leak wasn't so much as a big leak. It started off quite small and subtle. So I went from a $90, a quarter gas bill to suddenly a $400 gas bill.
Okay.
And then an $800 gas bill. So I was ringing Alinta Gas saying, you need to send someone out. It's just me and two small kids. Nope, you're using all that gas. I'm like, I'm not using that gas. I'm letting you know.
That's a lot of gas.
It's a lot of gas, yeah. And we don't. It was only the gas hot water system, really.
Yeah.
So I was begging someone to come and check it, and no one would. And I was going to bed at night, and I kept hearing this noise outside my window, so I was frightened. So I would sleep with the TV on, so I couldn't hear the noise. It turned out, this was probably 18 months later, I went to turn the shower on, and there was no hot water. So I went to see if the pilot light had gone out, and there was all this steaming hot water bubbling up from under the paving. The noise that I was scared of was my hot water system bubbling 24 hours a day. It was just boiling and constantly pumping hot water into the ground, which was putting up the gas bill and the water bill. And $8,000 later, and a plumber to come out and repair the pipe. I got a little bit back from the water corp, but Alinta Gas had no care in the world. So I ended up with about a $5,000 gas bill that I had to pay back.
So was it the hot water system was the issue? That was the fault?
No, there's pipes under the ground. Apparently, I've since found out because it's happened again, but I'm wise to it now, so I'm onto it pretty quickly. But apparently there's a class action of the types of pipes they used in the early 2000s for putting these systems in, and they just get brittle.
Couldn't handle.
they just end up bursting under the ground. So.
I do love your strategy for coping with the issue was to turn the TV up.
Just ignore.
Ignore.
This is,
I know the feeling.
I I am not one of those horror movie people. I'm not going to investigate the sound. I'm staying under the doona of steel.
The tuner of steel.
She never
They'll
would
never
have
get me.
answered the door to the water.
Oh, no way.
No.
Never.
Oh, thanks, Sam. That's a classic and a lesson for us all, I think.
Oh, jeez.
If there's a problem that you need to turn the TV up for, maybe get it checked out.
Yeah.
I mean, just maybe. I don't know.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Crystal from Greenwood. So quick. Hi, Crystal.
Hi, how are you today?
Good, Crystal. Ross, what's the go here?
Officially on standby to go to Vegas for 4 nights, staying at Planet Hollywood and seeing Teddy Swims live.
Hell yeah!
Crystal,
Thank you so much.
have you been to Vegas before, Crystal?
I have on my honeymoon like 16 years ago.
Honeymoon.
Oh,
wow.
honeymoon. That's a wild place to go for your honeymoon.
Why Vegas for the honeymoon?
We got remarried by Elvis on our honeymoon.
Did you?
Yes, this is so cool, Crystal.
Was it everything you dreamed it would be?
Yes, and I found the cheapest Elvis thing possible as well.
How much does that cost? Okay, if we can ask.
Oh, I was like $300 for the limo.
Back then.
With a limo.
With a limo. And we
Hey,
had
how
to have
good's
the
that?
limo.
You're stolen Vegas, the limo.
Yeah.
Crystal, what other things did you do over there? I mean, there's so many shows, as Ross has mentioned previously. There's so many things to do. What did you guys get up to?
Oh, the buffets. I have to say the buffets were the best.
I know. It's insane, isn't it?
It is crazy. You think,
Like very
buffet's a
fast for
buffet.
breakfast.
Yeah.
No, next level buffets.
Yeah, their
Very
buffets
fast
are
for
extraordinary.
breakfast.
Did you do the helicopter out to the Grand Canyon?
No, but we did a bus tour out to the Grand.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
How long did that
affordable.
take?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a full day, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, full day.
Yeah. I did the helicopter.
Yeah, of course
Money.
you do, mate.
One big on the roulette
006.
table.
006,
Which was actually amazing. And you fly over Hoover Dam on the way out, and then we bought the package where you get sparkling wine or blah blah blah, and it's literally like the cheapest in a plastic cup. That's it. There's your, and not everybody else on the helicopter got that, and so they're like, oh, it's over there, go and have it, and they're just sitting there going, okay, this is great. Glad we paid $30 extra.
Plastic cup really takes away from it. Not that we'll
Really
ever
does.
experience any
Like,
of that.
where's the Crystal? There's the Crystal. She's in Greenwood.
Yeah, she is. She is.
Crystal, good luck. Chrissy Swan could be ringing you back in a few weeks, okay?
Thank you so much.
I
Have a
know,
great
Teddy
day.
Swim.
Good on you. That's awesome.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We're out of here tomorrow on the show. Tomo and Tracy Vo are going to join us. Channel 9 celebrating 60 glorious years.
Yeah, we just heard from Pav, big event at the museum, which is fantastic. Brad Johnson will be joining us as well, thanks to KO.
Smiling Assassin.
More chances at $1,500 in cash and prizes with Fashion Week Vinnies. Got to guess how much our Vinnies costume
Oh,
costs.
Natalie's back on deck tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be good.
I will tell you what the official occasion is tomorrow, but I look like an art teacher.
I like that.
Hello, Sam.
Hello, guys. Yeah, check out the podcast too. Geordie Clark promised us he's going to do something
Yes.
this weekend if he kicks a goal.
I mean, it's a big if because he's a defender, but
Well, I reckon he
anything's
is.
possible.
I would love to
He's
see
confident.
it.
Yeah.
Hey, and just my 2 cents on the Wildcats logo.
Yeah, please.
Not a fan at all. This,
Oh, really?
no, and
not?
this is like, I think they've reacted harshly. It's like a breakup, I think. Bryce Cotton has gone to
Yes.
another team and
And
needed
they've got
to
a dramatic haircut.
reinvent themselves. Yeah, this is their pixie cut. You're
Yeah.
exactly right, Nat. They've got a pixie
True.
cut, and I don't know if I love it, but
You'll get used to it.
yeah, maybe we will.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.